Hello?
Welcome to Group Chat.
Welcome to Group Chat. I have Liz, Bobby, and Justine back, and this is where we dive into stories that have everyone talking. It's the unfiltered, unplugged, and often unhinged conversations you'd hear if you were sitting right with us. So let's get right into it. So there's a clip circulating online, and it may hold the answer, but it's not flattering for the left. Social media is having a field day over this, suggesting that years of anti-male rhetoric are finally catching up to them. So let's take a look at this ridiculous clip.
Chelsea's mom has got it going on. 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 Chelsea, do you remember back in 93? 93. Your mom was quite the first lady. I think you'd agree.
All right, so it's giving white dudes for Harris vibes. It's very odd and weird, but I want to get your guys' take on why this was and is and always will be a flop. So let's start with Justine. What's your take?
It's so forced. These are a bunch of theater kids, outgrown theater kids. I know because I was one of them. They were never cool, not even among their own party, not even among people who were on the left, and yet they're trying to be relatable. They're trying so hard. Just stop trying. The more they try to be relatable, the more they distance themselves from the left, from the rest of us.
Absolutely. So Bobby, I'm dying for your take on this.
Well, I think that Hillary is like an unrelatable, crusty, demon-adjacent type person. It's no wonder that she lost. But I bet these guys didn't even care about politics, didn't know anything about it anyways. So just like Justine said, they don't even probably know what they're talking about. They're aged-out theater kids. They probably just collected a check and sang their stupid song. And obviously it didn't work because she was a serpent. So no surprises there.
Liz, so I want to get your take. I feel like this video is the epitome of unmasculine. So obviously, the GOP, we're thriving with the masculinity. Do you think that if they continue to go down this track and continue to release videos like this, have the white dudes for Harris, they will ever get anyone with any testosterone on board?
Absolutely not. I mean, this is just so ridiculous. These are the type of men that go on dating apps and call themselves feminists, but then treat women horribly. The first thing that my brain went to with this video is when they said in 93 she was quite the woman. I'm like, I thought Monica was quite the woman in the 90s. So I don't know. Just bad luck.
Just crazy. All right, moving on to another masculine topic. Okay, so Charlie Kirk says that Donald Trump is the ultimate rebuke to the feminist establishment that bullied young men for years. Love him or hate him, nobody has ever called Trump feminine. Let's take a look.
The cultural paradigm right now is a rebellion of the men of the West. It's happening in every major country where young men are finding podcasts like ours. They're finding other information conduits that believe in nature, believe in God's design, believe that men should have to stand up for the vulnerable, create a family, provide for the family, have to protect the weak, to fight the battles of society, to go on an adventure. This is very appealing to young men when they hear it. There's a lot that you can call Donald Trump. No one has ever called him feminine.
Right.
In a toxically feminine world.
I mean, love it or hate it, it's true. And the woke fatigue definitely brought us here and fully delivered President Trump. But Bobby, obviously I want to go to you first on this.
Well, he's absolutely correct. And I think that, I think in life, men, we generally don't need much fanfare. We don't need much pomp and circumstance. We don't need much celebration. We don't need to get patted on the back. But what we do react to is getting constantly smeared and beaten down over a long period of time. So it's like we don't see much representation in the public sphere, especially being a white white men, a straight white man. It's like you're the most toxic member of society now, allegedly, according to them. So to see any representation at all, especially one that completely rebukes that whole narrative, I think a lot of us celebrate. But we would not be involved. We would not care to be celebrated. But we do have a problem with getting smeared all of the time. And he most definitely is the complete opposite, the pendulum swinging the complete other way of that. So I think that he's right about that.
Liz, so do you think that Donald Trump is pretty much the award, basically delivered to us because of the rejection that we've had over the years of all the woke ideology?
I think what Charlie Kirk said at the end was very spot on. In a toxically feminine world, I think that there has been so much toxic femininity that's been thrown at us with the Dylan Mulvaney's and just the all the feminist women in general and the men trying to become women. I think that we really needed someone like Donald Trump who's like, I'm a dude. I like women. I like to make money. I like to be successful. I like to build things. This is what America needs. This is what the world needs because we need more testosterone.
Yeah, we need more testosterone. We need more support of hot women, hot girls. So I ride that campaign hard. So I want to get your take, Justine, on this.
Yeah, this is why President Trump is hated so much, especially by middle-aged white liberal women, because he is the antidote to their control. For years, we've had white middle-aged women, female HR types, try to neuter our men, especially young boys. We were young boys were given drugs and told that they have ADHD and all these ailments and problems growing up when they just needed a quick run on the playground. And this goes back to Bobby's point. Men are simple creatures. They don't need that much. Just let them exist and stop telling them that they're evil for existing.
Absolutely, I agree. Moving on to another guy I like to mention each week, Joe Rogan. So he's calling out the Democratic Party for pushing too far left. He says radicalization is making them look like psychos and driving away moderates. Let's take a look at what he said.
Seems like there's like two factions in what I would call like the American left right now. There's the reasonable people that are like, hey, we got to just stop being crazy. Like the Bill Maher's and a lot of other folks like that. They're like, we got to stop being crazy and just appeal to like rational people. Don't go all the way over there. Stick where most people are. And then there's people that, well, we got to go further left. Then there's people like, we got to take over Tesla dealerships. We got to light cars on fire. The left is like justifying spraying Nazi swastikas on cars. Like, this is crazy. Yeah. They've gone so far over this. So there's one side.
All right, I want to get a 3-second answer from all of you. We'll go to Justine first.
The left is tone deaf. They'll keep banging their head on the wall and expect a different result, but it's not going to happen. Nancy Pelosi thinks that if you neuter young boys and you have sex change surgeries, that's going to suddenly get normal people to agree when clearly it's already been rejected.
Absolutely. Liz?
The left needs to calm down. That's it. They just need to calm down. They're even driving the left away from the left.
That's a line. All right, on to you, Bobby.
They're competing in the wokeness Olympics. They're constantly competing to see who can do the most outrageous thing, who can be the most empathetic, the most welcoming. But really what they're doing is not even considering what the ramifications and effects are of what they're actually pushing and saying. I think that they only care about being acknowledged, and even more so, all they care about is getting attention, whatever they have to do to get it. I think that's what's happening.
Absolutely. All right, well, thank you guys, Liz, Bobby, and Justine, for joining me. Thanks for sticking with me for another episode. Make sure to follow us on @RealAmericasPop on all platforms, and follow me, your favorite host, Adrian Gray TV. Make sure to send me your hot takes, your weekly pop culture outrage. You know we live for it, and we'll be back next week with some more. So until then, stay loud, stay proud, and please tell your group chat about my show. See you next week.